Hello and welcome to Smoke Sports HD with Matt Hill. I'll be guiding you through all the day's live fixtures as we approach the business end of the university sporting season. We've also got some live reports from around the grounds. Onyea is in Portsmouth, where our women's football side have been currently in action. And Otis is in High Street, Kensington, where the basketball team are facing Imperial. Don't forget you can tweet us during today's show and keep up to date with all things sport at Westminster by following us on Twitter at SmokeSportsHD. But first, the Westminster men's rugby team will be hoping to end their disappointing run of form by beating their arch rivals Brunel University. The game is taking place in Uxbridge, just down the road from us here in Harrow. Westminster has lost all 10 of its rugby fixtures so far this campaign, and they'll be hoping to restore some pride with a victory today. Elsewhere, it's been a mixed season for our football teams at Westminster so far this year, but both our men's and women's teams are in action this afternoon. We're now going to cross live to Portsmouth and find out just how the women's team have fared this afternoon. Onyea, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi Onyea, how are you?
I'm good, thank Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
How are you Onyea, you okay?
I'm good, just on our way back from Portsmouth.
And how was the game today? What was the final score?
Final score was 4-2 to us. We played very well, played with 10 players, so great result.
10 players, is that an injury or was it a red card? What happened?
We did have 11 players going on the way up to Portsmouth, but our vice captain fell ill, so we thought health comes first, don't put on the pitch. So,
Absolutely.
prepare for our next match.
So even with 10 players on the pitch, we've come away from Portsmouth with a fantastic 4-2 victory. That's brilliant. How has women's football fared so far this season? I know you were very successful last season. How has this season compared?
This season it's a tad harder, obviously, because we've gone up a league. So at the moment, we see we're doing quite well and still in the chance of winning the league. So it's just onwards and upwards, I guess.
And how's the men's football team fared so far this season? Are you aware of how they're doing?
Sorry, I
in the
can't hear
league?
you.
How's the men's football team doing so far this season?
Matt, I really can't hear you. What did you say?
I said, how's the men's football team? Sorry, we're having trouble with the line. How are the men's football team doing this season? Are they faring equally as well, or?
Oh, the men's teams. It's been a bit of a mixed season for them. They haven't been doing so well in their league, but our second and third team did pretty well in their cup. They're out of it now, but they got up to the quarterfinals, which is pretty good. It's been a bit of a transition year for the men, so
Yeah.
it's really just building and setting up for next year.
Oh, good. How many games left for both teams, for both the men and women's this season? How many fixtures have you got left?
For men's first team, today's their last game. Men's third team has one more game. Men's seconds, two more, and the women's have three more games.
3 months. So we're hoping to end the season on a high then,
Oh,
in women's
actually,
football.
the women's have four more games actually.
4 more games.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So hopefully we can kick on from this fantastic victory in Portsmouth today.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining us, Onyea.
Sorry?
Thanks for joining us. Sorry the line's not been great. But thanks. We've lost Onyea, but thanks very much for Onyea for joining us. Well, it's been a successful day for the women's football team, and it's also been a successful season so far for the women's netball team. It's been first versus third today, and the girls are leading the way at the top of the table. The Dragons have picked up a staggering 8 wins from 9, and they'll be hoping to continue that winning streak against St Mary's today. Meanwhile, in badminton, it's first versus second for both the men's and the women's teams. The men's team are currently facing top of the table Reading, whilst the women's side will go top if they manage to record a victory over Roehampton. But from badminton in Roehampton to basketball in London, and there's a possibility we might be able to speak to Otis, and unfortunately we cannot speak to Otis, but the basketball side are in High Street, Kensington at the moment, and they are playing Imperial. So as soon as we find out any updates on the score from that, we will bring it to you. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with all things sport at Westminster by following us on Twitter at SmokeSportsHD. And that's all we have time for on Smoke Sports HD today. I've been Matt Hill. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.